Hi, thank you all for coming out this evening. I'm a bit nervous, so please bear with me. My speech today is about abortion. So I'm going to start off with the question, how many of you believe in abortion? Are you pro-life or are you pro-choice?
Pro-life.
Okay, well, my speech is about abortion and why it's wrong, why I believe it's wrong. Abortion by definition means deliberate termination of a pregnancy with destruction of an embryo or a fetus. I believe abortion is wrong because it clearly stated in the Bible, "Thou shalt not kill." And in Psalms 106, God speaks specifically against the killing of innocent children and babies. They mingled with the nations and adopted their customs. They worshipped their idols, which became a snare to them. They sacrificed their sons and their daughters to demons. They shed innocent blood, the blood of their sons and daughters, whom they sacrificed to the idols of Canaan, and the land was desecrated by their blood. Only God has the right to give and take away life, is what I believe. Abortion is an act of selfishness because the mother is only thinking of herself and not the life growing inside of her. She just wants to hide her mistake and not take account for her actions. It is not the child's fault, so the child should not lose its life because of the actions of someone who was irresponsible. Many women use abortion as a form of contraceptive when they should be using things such as the Depo shot, Implanin, Mirena, Paragard, condoms, and even abstinence. I know a lot of women are scared and just want the problem to go away because of my own personal experience. But abortion is not the solution. It actually causes more problems than it solves. There are other options such as raising the child yourself, allowing family members to raise the child permanently or temporarily if you are not comfortable with complete strangers raising the child. Or if the father is willing to raise the child, then that could also work. Counseling by your pastor or a therapist, and there are also programs that help pregnant women who don't have any money to support a child. Having an abortion can also cause physical, mental, and emotional stress. Your body may not allow you to have kids in the future if you try again after having an abortion. It also takes a toll on you emotionally because it might not have been your choice, but you were scared of what your parents would say or other people, especially if you do it in secrecy and you have no one to lean on and you're completely alone. That could really take a toll on you emotionally. In later days, months, or years, you'll be wondering how old the child would have been, what he or she would be doing right now, or if the child would have taken after you. All of these thoughts could lead to a mental breakdown, which is why I believe abortion is wrong. There are so many problems that make it impossible for couples to have their own biological child, while other women get pregnant easily and make the decision to have an abortion when they could have thought about other options. I really think that it is important to think your options through, like in the long run, how this might affect you. When Judgment Day comes, what will you say to your Maker, the Creator of life? You will be the one held accountable for your actions. From a biological perspective, at 6 weeks, the baby's heart begins to beat. That means at this point, human life has begun. Abortion is considered murder no matter what form, whether it's a medical procedure, aspiration procedure, or taking a pill to dispose of the fetus. Taking the pill expels the pregnancy like you've had a miscarriage when it's unnatural. Aspiration abortion, they use a vacuum to suction the baby's body out of the womb violently. Who would want to surgically inject a baby with salt solution and kill the baby by salt poisoning, by burning the baby's skin and causing the baby to convulse or crush the baby's head, removing pieces of a human body one at a time. It can be a very dangerous procedure for women who choose to abort because there is the risk of hemorrhaging and puncturing the uterus that can lead to infections or, in a worst case scenario, death. Society has made it where you have several options, such as adoptions, where you can choose your child's parents and visit the child from time to time through an agency like a popular show called Teen Mom, who depicted teen parents who couldn't provide a stable home or environment and did not have the financial resources to take care of a child or even a closed adoption if you don't want to have contact with your child for whatever reason. If you cannot afford to take care of a baby, they can be left on the steps of a public facility or the steps of a fire station, and charges will not be made against you. There are programs such as WIC and food stamps that can help pregnant women during pregnancy and after pregnancy. After the baby is born, WIC provides you with food such as milk, egg, cheese, formula, juice, cereal, and veggies. Food stamps can assist with providing for babies for a long period of time if you have no job or work, minimum wage, and living below the poverty line. With all these options, why would anyone choose to abort an innocent child who did not call you but was called by you because of carelessness or just simply being carefree? The reason why I feel so strongly about abortion is because of my own personal experience. I got pregnant in the summer of 2010. I was scared and didn't know what to do, and the only thing I could think about was abortion. Adoption wasn't even an option for me because knowing you have a child and cannot raise the child was mentally disturbing for me. I went to the doctor at 15 weeks and I was taken in for an ultrasound. There I heard the heartbeat for the first time and decided from then on I couldn't go through with an abortion. I had to do what was best for me physically and emotionally. I knew that if I had gone through with the abortion, I would not be able to forgive myself for murdering an innocent child who didn't even have a voice to speak for him or herself. I thought, what kind of person would I be if I committed such a heinous act? So despite being told and pressured that abortion was the way to go, I was adamant on not killing this human life forming inside of me. Only I would be held accountable. I do understand, however, other women and young girls would feel because it is a very frightening experience knowing that you would be disappointing so many people who love and care for you. So on February 3rd, 2011, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Brielle Autumn Estriana Atkinson. And I think that was the best decision I ever made and stood up for. And the very same people who wanted me to go through with this abortion love Brielle dearly. So making this decision was very beneficial in the long run because I'm not filled with guilt, remorse, or regret. Instead, I'm filled with overwhelming joy and happiness that I gave birth to this wonderful gift from God. I am a firm believer that God is the only one who can give life and take life away. You are not in control despite your circumstances. Thank you.